Good morning, class. How are you feeling today? I hope you are fine and healthy. I am Teacher Francis. Welcome to another video lesson in Mathematics 5. Our lesson for today is dividing decimals with up to 2 decimal places. Hello, children. Are you ready for another fun learning experience in mathematics? I believe you are. Let us make math the Our lesson for today is dividing decimals with up to 2 decimal places. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to divide decimals with up to 2 decimal places. I have here a story to present to you. But before that, let me ask you a question. What do you receive during Awards and Recognition Day? Ribbons. What else? Certificates. What else? Yes, medals. Thank you for your answers. Now, let us proceed to our story problem. Let us read the story problem. Mrs. Kabahug has 0.64 decimeter of ribbon. She needs 0.04 decimeter to be used to prepare one certificate with ribbon. How many certificates can she prepare with the ribbon that she has? So, to answer the story problem, let us read the first question. Here is the first step in answering a story problem. What is asked in the problem? The number of certificates with the ribbon Mrs. Kabahug can prepare. So we are looking for the number of certificates with the ribbon Mrs. Kabahug can prepare. Next question. What are given? So when we are asked what are given, we are looking for numbers. Do you see the numbers in our story problem? 0.64 decimeter of ribbon and 0.04 decimeter to be used. Here is the next question, or the step 3 in solving a word problem. What operation should you use to solve the problem? The operation that we are going to use is division. Let us proceed to step 4. What is the number sentence? So the number sentence is 0.64 divided by 0.04 equals n. N represents the missing number. Now that we know the number sentence, let us move on to the step where we are going to solve it. But how are we going to divide decimals? Let me show you. There are 2 ways in dividing decimals. Here is one. By moving the decimal point 2 times from left to right. Look at this table. Move 2 spaces. 0.04. When we move the decimal point in between 2 zeros to the right, it became 0.4. And we move it one more time, it became 4. The same thing with 0.64. The decimal point is in between 0 and 6. When we move it one time from left to right, it became 6.4. And one more movement from left to right, it became 64. Now, 0.04 became 4 and 0.64 became 64. After that, we are ready to divide as if we are dividing a whole number. So, 6 divided by 4 equals 1. 1 times 4 equals 4. After that, we are going to minus. 6 minus 4 equals 2. And bring down 4. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 times 4 equals 24. 24 minus 24 is 0. So 64 divided by 4 is 16. Let us have now the other way of dividing decimals. By multiplying the decimals by 100. Operations to be used, multiplication and division. 0.04 times 100 equals 4. 0.64 times 100 equals 64. When we divide a decimal with 2 decimal places times 100, it became a whole number. So 0.04 became 4, 0.64 became 64. We are going to divide it as if we are dividing a whole number. 6 divided by 4, 1. 1 times 4, 4. So we are going to subtract 6 minus 4, 2. And bring down 4. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 times 4, 24. 24 minus 24 is 0. Meaning, 64 divided by 4 equals 16. Or 0.64 divided by 0.04 equals 16. To sum up, what is the answer? Mrs. Kabahug can prepare 16 certificates with a ribbon. Thank you for helping me in answering the story problem. Now, let us answer these questions. Number 1. What did we multiply to the dividend and the divisor? We multiplied 100 to the dividend and the divisor. Number 2. Why do you multiply both dividend and divisor by 100? We multiplied both dividend and divisor by 100 to make decimals whole numbers. And number 3. What is the other way of making decimals whole numbers? The other way of making decimals whole numbers is by moving the decimal point 2 times from left to right. Let us have another example. How many 23 hundredths are there in 3 and 45 hundredths? Let us try this solution 1 by moving the decimal point 2 times from left to right. Move 2 spaces from 3 and 45 hundredths and it will become 345. So the decimal 3 and 45 hundredths became a whole number when we move 2 spaces from left to right. The same thing with 23 hundredths. When we move 2 times from left to right, the decimal point 23 hundredths became 23, which is a whole number. After that, we can easily divide them because they are now both whole numbers. So how many 23 are there in a 3? There is none. So let us try 34. How many 23 are there in a 34? There is 1. 1 times 23 equals 23. After that, we are going to subtract. 34 minus 23 equals 11. And we will bring down 5. Now, the dividend now is 115. How many 23 are there in 115? Count it. There is 5. When we multiply 5 by 23, the answer is 115 exactly. 115 minus 115 equals 0. So, the answer in how many 23 hundredths are there in 3 and 45 hundredths is 15. There is 15 23 hundredths in 3 and 45 hundredths. We have the same question here. This time, let us use solution 2 or the other way, which is by multiplying the decimals by 100. Operations to be used again, multiplication and division. 3 and 45 hundredths times 100 equals 345. 23 hundredths times 100 equals 23. So, 345 divided by 23. 34 divided by 23 equals 1. 1 times 23 equals 23. 34 minus 23 is 11. We are going to bring down 5. 115 divided by 23 is 5. 5 times 23 is equals to 115. 115 minus 115 is 0. So the answer on how many 23 hundredths are there in 3 and 45 hundredths is 15. Did we get the same answer using different ways of dividing decimals? Yes, we did get the same answer. I believe that you are following our discussion today. Now, try to answer this activity by yourself. Get your ball pen and paper and answer this. Let us read the directions. Find the quotient. So when we say find the quotient, we are going to use division. Number 1. When 9 and 45 hundredths is divided by 15 hundredths, what is the quotient? Okay. The answer is 63. Next. Number 2. What is n in the equation 7 and 4 hundredths divided by 11 hundredths? $64. Very good. Number 3. How many 29 hundredths are there in 9 and 28 hundredths? There are 32. Very good. Number 4. 88 hundredths divided by 11 hundredths equals equals 8. You are right. Number 5. 54 hundredths divided by 6 hundredths equals equals 9. Excellent. After all the discussions and activities that we've had, how do we divide decimal by a decimal with up to 2 decimal places? First, make both divisor and dividend a whole number by multiplying 100 or by moving the decimal point 2 times from left to right. Then, divide as in dividing with a whole number. Using your answer sheet, answer the following. Here is for your assignment. I hope you learned something today. See you on our next video lesson.